Good morning, everyone. This is Beatrix, and I'm currently driving in this ridiculous life. I haven't made a video in a few days, so I've been thinking the last few days about fear. Fear, and how there are so many people out there that are just paralyzed by fear. You know, fear of the unknown, fear of the unexpected, fear of the wrath of another person, fear of facing anything they've never faced, fear of, life in general. And they stay in the same job, and they stay in the same relationship, and they stay in the same situation, and they just never move forward or change their lives or do anything different for fear of what might happen if they do. I think that's kind of, I don't know, maybe my life is ridiculous because I overcome a lot of my own fears. I was at the same job for like almost 30 years, and working at the same job for that long, you get benefits, and you get paid leave and vacation and retirement and all those things that are important. They give you a certain sense of stability, which is important. And I really instilled that in my daughter and the people around me. And when I left that job, I was afraid. I stayed there as long as I did because I was really not really afraid to leave, but I felt like the grass was not greener and the job wasn't that horrible. And I always had other streams of revenue, so I wasn't counting on them for my full-time employment, right? But, one day you wake up and you're like, what the fuck am I doing here? Why do I come here, even if it's only 2 or 3 days a week, and deal with this person? I quit my job over one hateful prick that I've been working next to for like 15 years. And he's just a hateful, mean, not very nice person that's very, very opinionated and pushes his opinions on everyone else. And, I just dealt with it for a long time. I'm really good at just dealing with whatever is thrown at me. And after the incident that happened, I realized that I didn't want to deal with it anymore. And when I brought it to the attention of the management, I got a sorry for your bad luck. You're lucky that you don't get fired. And boy, it's a good thing you have another job. The bottom line is, nobody gives a fucking shit about you and your welfare or about what you're doing, right? If you work for a business, they want you to show up, do your job, and leave. And not complain or not give them any drama or any flack, I know people that, prime example is the ex-boyfriend that kind of consumes a lot of my thoughts at this point, who continues to live in a situation that makes him miserably unhappy for fear of leaving. He tells me he's not afraid. He tells me the same stupid bullshit every day. And, the bottom line is he's afraid to leave, right? Because he can't face his fears. Boyfriend before him kind of did the same thing, right? And the boyfriend before him, he never told me that he loved me and he wanted to live with me and that he wanted to marry me. No. He just kind of wanted to fuck me all the time. He wanted to go home to his wife at night and screw me in the daytime and hang out with me in the daytime and basically have 2 girlfriends, right? But for him, he stayed in that miserable relationship, a relationship that when he talked about it, I think in the 2 years that he was with her, actually engaged and then married to her, I don't think there was one kind word ever that came out of his mouth in regards to her. And he was there because she had a lot of money. And for fear of being poor, he stayed there. So, I don't know. I think, sorry, that's my GPS. I'm talking way too long. But I think that fear is something that you need to learn to overcome. It's really important. You have to face your demons. You need to know what they are, and you need to overcome them, because your life, it will never change. You're always going to live in the same situation. You're going to tell yourself, I want to change, I want to do something different, and then you just don't, because you're too afraid. And my life might be ridiculous, but every decision that I've made by overcoming my fear of whatever it was has opened doors to things that were positive. And I don't regret a lot of the decisions that I've made. And I think that's it. I just wanted to talk about fear. If anybody has anything else to say, please make a comment on it, okay? Have a great day. Have a fabulous, wonderful day.